Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Okafor. Thompson is out there with Noel. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. And it's Sampson in a 2-guard.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season, and with all the draft picks they've stockpiled, they'll be the youngest team for a while, it seems. But if the youth can grow and develop, they could also be a force in a few years, too.
And so here is Philadelphia after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Good on the shot. Noel's got his second bucket. About 1 minute into the first quarter. On defense, Philadelphia, 4-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
And Philadelphia has possession after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Cannon kicks to Okafor. It's intercepted. Oh, and here comes Barnes all along. Look at that jam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Here's Thompson. The Warriors making the shot. And then Okafor slams it in.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
He got right to the cup using that screen.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will to second chance points.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Cannon, the pass to Noel. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I'd have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished third in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
Picked by Okafor. Here's Cannon, and it's blocked. Up top, Curry. He's covered by Thompson. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
Here's Cannon. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah. On the wing, Thompson. Here's Okafor. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 6 points for Jahlil Okafor.
And, you know, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Here's Cannon. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen.
Here's Thompson. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Azili, and it's Iguodala in for Barnes. To the middle. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. There's the pick. It's rebounded by Golden State. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Green with the block. They get it back. Wood with the bucket.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Curry, who's coming off a 25-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
And that one's good.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. The Warriors on top, leading by 10. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
When we're 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Barbosa is out there with Livingston, and it's Spates in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Cannon kicks to Okafor. To the middle. Here's Noel. It's rebounded by Livingston. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Okafor kicks to Cannon. No good on the triple. Warriors leading by 10. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in, counted, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Okafor.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He said their plan was to run their offense through Okafor. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Spates against Okafor. Livingston dishes to Barbosa, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Some defensive breakdown stars show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed are from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Over in the Barnes, kicks to Livingston, lets the fly, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Sampson kicks to Noel. Here's Cannon. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Just 5 on the clock. Releases. Oh, trying for it. It's rebounded by Livingston. Livingston's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game and he still hasn't registered a single.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Assisted by Cannon. Timeout.
And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Spates. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. To the paint. Here's Wood, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Nobody near Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a 3-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space out the floor type game, and shot making gives you a chance to do that.
Thompson right. Cannot hit. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Pass to Thompson. And foul as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. Stauskas is checked in for the Sixers. And so Thompson nails both of them. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. And here is Curry. He's got 9. And now Philadelphia on the break. Thompson passes to Stauskas. 1 second left. That'll do it for the first half. Warriors lead by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle in the team?
It's the 2K Sports Time Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Jones here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Golden State did not hesitate to set the pace. They put together some nice offensive stretches and at one point led by as many as 10. After a solid quarter of play, they held a 10-point lead. In the second quarter, they didn't play quite as well and were outscored, but still were able to head to the locker room up by a solid 9 at the half. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
The job their guys have done in the post have been terrific. If they get more of that production in the paint next half.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Warriors leading by 9. Kicking off the second half. Here's Brett Brown's foul. Nerlens Noel is out there with Thompson. Then there's Okafor. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. And it's Sampson in at the shooting guard position. Cannon kicks to Noel. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in the Spurs conducted business. Clark before the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Austin Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. All free throws good from Noel. Last season, the first season of action for Nerlens Noel, officially a rookie after sitting out the 2014 season. He looked good, and he got better as the season was going on.
A great point. I think off really helped him grow as a player. Coming into the draft when he came out, he was a guy who I thought had one of the most unbelievable motors I've ever seen. And you know what? Everything he was hyped up to be, he lived up to on the defensive end.
Here's Cannon. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. There's the pass to Sampson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Here's Noel. Great touch on the 16-footer. Noel's got 4 points this quarter.
And for Noel, I really think he took off in the back half of the season. Up his scoring, his shooting percentage, and his rebounding. You can see him getting better almost every.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Cannon. Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Okafor kicks to Cannon for 3, and he gets it to go. Cannon's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And by the end of the season last year, Noel was completely different as a player. Always a defensive force in the league. His development is going faster than many expected.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against the quick one of their own.
Terrific little tape going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Grant, he's checked in for Hollis Thompson. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. To the inside, Noel, and the rejection by Ezeli. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Here's Curry with the three. Again, Curry missing. The 76ers trail by 9. Sampson kicks to Cannon. Inside, and Noel throws it down.
Tell you what, Kevin, they love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
That deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 2 punch.
Barnes can't get it to go.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Cannon dishes to Noel. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will go the other way with it. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Outside Curry. Here's Ezeli. And a foul shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. Watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the bit at the inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Okafor.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top 10 teams. The Warriors, number 1.
The way these guys move the ball offensively was a joy to watch. Great teamwork and selfishness, and that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago. And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro, so still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
Noel passes to Cannon. Here's Sampson. Noel with it. 12 points for him. Side. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Clock at 4. Okafor, kick Grant. Good. And now a 5-point Warrior lead.
They've had assists on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just the passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Spates. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And Philadelphia making a change here. Tucked in. Warriors leading by 7. 124 left to play third. And Spates gets it to go.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Thompson with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Down low. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
So they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night.
Green, he's checked in for Barnes.
Listen, Western Conference teams is never easy. And for the 76ers last year, it got right ugly. Some games against the West, they just didn't stand any chance.
50 seconds left in the third.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Pass to Holmes. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession.
76ers ball.
Stauskas, the pass to Wood. Clock at 6. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Here is Livingston. From outside the arc. The shot good. Well, with 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome.
Every down is a flake.
And the final period of play just about to start. The 76ers trail by 10. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Draymond Green is out there with Festus Ezeli. That's the Warriors' 5. And he gets the bucket. Cannon's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers. Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Green kicks to Curry. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Back to Curry. Lots of room. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Passes to Cannon. There's a screen by Noel. From 12 feet out. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Curry. Okafor with the steal. Philadelphia shooting here about 46% for the game. Cannon dishes to Stauskas. Offline with his 3. Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody involved in this offense early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and ice hot. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
And thanks for that story, Doris.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to reward them.
Okafor kicks to King. Okafor with the screen on top. Another miss by Philadelphia. And speaking of Curry's slight build, worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Here's Cannon. He's covered by Thompson. Sampson, the pass to Okafor. Cannon kicks to Sampson. Shot clock at 5. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Cannon can't hit.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Sampson, guarded by Curry. Sampson's shot is off.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Cannon dishes to Okafor. He kicks to Cannon. Thompson outside to stop the run. Count the bucket.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. The Warriors make it quicker. Spates is checked in. Sixty. Curry passes to Spates. On deep. Curry can't get it to go.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Cannon kicks to Noel. Shot from 16. And Okafor slams it in.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. Around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Here's Cannon. Okafor. Cannon kicks to Sampson. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Feed to Okafor. Again, Philadelphia.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Over in the corner, Green dishes it to Spates. The feed to Curry. Barnes kicks to Curry. The 19-foot shot. Curry with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
On the wing, Thompson. Spates with the block. Outside Curry. To the wing right side. The chance here for Barnes. And a great assist for Curry as that one goes in.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Warriors.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And you always like to jump on your opponent early in a season series. This is just the first of 3 between these two teams, but a good win to go up 1-0 on the year against the 76ers.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Curry. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
76ers ball. Timeout call, Philadelphia.
And the 76ers call time here. They're down by 9. 26 seconds left in the game. Here's Stauskas. Now off the inbound. He lays it in.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out the Warriors. Here's Iguodala. Some solid defense from Grant. With the shot. Rebounded by McAdoo.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris on the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about the driving philosophy behind how this team strives to be the most cohesive unit possible.
To me, it's a commitment that we know that's going to put us in good position to win every single night. Is if we bring the effort, multiple efforts at each possession, where you might get beat, but you got to get back in the play. And God's going to help you, you help him. We care about each other, so we want to make sure that nobody's left out to dry. And I think that's a big factor. And we're just relentless on defense.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the Stephen. He put his team on his back and carried. We've seen him do before, but it never gets old. A textbook example of making play after play to lead the way.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous. He feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. It's hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.